Mr. President, thank you for giving me the floor. I congratulate you again on your presidency and leadership of this council. Mr. President, just 48 hours ago, we gathered in this council to discuss the importance of supporting regional initiatives and the mechanisms designed to foster peace in Eastern DRC and our region. Rwanda takes note of the resolution. I want to thank the council members who have reached out to Rwanda to hear our views and commend those who met and listened to us. We wish to highlight our deep concern regarding the unprecedented intimidation of African voices within this esteemed council, particularly targeting A3 members. We condemn this behavior in the strongest terms. This speaks volumes about the DRC and its belief that the solution to their inter-Congolese conflict will come from actors from outside the continent. Rwanda acknowledges, commends, and is fully committed to the efforts of the African Union, the East African Community, and the Southern African Development Corporation. Mr. President, since the meeting on Wednesday, Rwanda is pleased to inform the Council that today, 21st February, the EAC Chiefs of Defense met in Nairobi as a follow-up on the outcome of the joint EAC SADC Summit outcome. On Monday, the 24th February, the Joint Chiefs of Defense of both the EAC and SADC will meet to draw a joint roadmap in line with the recommendation of the joint summit that was held in Dar es Salaam on 8th February. In this regard, we call on this Council to support these regional efforts and avoid being dragged into the risk of undermining regional efforts. Mr. President, for Rwanda, we believe any Council product on this matter should answer one simple question: how did we end up here? Did the international community see the signs that could lead to this situation? Is the Council answering the big question of how we ended up here and how to find a solution that addresses the root causes of this conflict? Those are the fundamental questions that we should be working to so that we can work towards addressing this conflict in its roots so that we can have sustainable peace. We believe that any outcome that doesn't take Rwanda's security concerns seriously will not offer a sustainable solution to the conflict. The security challenges posed by FDLR and its splinter groups are of very serious concern for Rwanda. DRC must be held accountable for its continued preservation of FDLR, embedding it in its army, equipping the FDLR with sophisticated weapons, and using it as an ally and a fighting force. Any outcome that ignores the legitimate concerns, the legitimate grievances of the Kinyarwanda-speaking Congolese, which are the root cause of the existence of M23, will also not help resolve the conflict. Mr. President, we are concerned that there is a single focus on M23 and total silence on the humongous humanitarian violations committed across many parts of DRC, including the massacres, rapes, and violation of rights by Codeco, in Ituri, ADF, and numerous other armed groups in the areas mentioned, Ituri, Beni, and South Kivu. The chaos on the streets of Kinshasa and the burning of embassies and foreign missions was only condemned in passing. The Council cannot be selective in its condemnation. The DRC conflict is complex, multifaceted, and the Council must address it comprehensively, working with all partners and stakeholders involved. Mr. President, Rwanda remains fully committed to the regional initiatives under the Rwanda-Nairobi process and will continue to meet its part of the bargain, playing a constructive role for the sake of sustainable peace, security, and stability in our region. We call upon DRC to heed the regional call, immediately return to the peace process, and commit to inclusive dialogue with state and non-state actors, armed or unarmed, including M23, as outlined in the EAC SADC outcome, which was